Hello ladies and gentlemen, mine Ryan here. Got the 80% New Game Plus Easy Fighter run for you. Just going to go ahead and get started and I'll explain after that. Should be starting pretty much right now. There we go. You'll probably be able to tell that the audio is a little out of sync. I've had some syncing issues unfortunately. I think this run is fine on the time, it's just the audio that's a little bit behind. Anyway, New Game Plus, 80% New Game Plus, sorry. As you can see there, we quickly grabbed a couple of the potions. We actually don't need to. So the New Game Plus categories at the moment, everyone starts off at level 9. They also start off with plus 200 increase to all their stats, because that's what we do in New Game runs. At some point we go and grab an item called the Elixir of Elixirs, and we duplicate that to the point where we have 200 of them. Then we use them all. Elixir of Elixirs increases all of your stats, and it just makes us stupidly overpowered. So we set that up at the start of the run. Also set up for 11 potions, both Mystical Will and Health potions. Mystical Will basically being mana. And just to start here, it's mainly just movement. We're just looking at the cutscene there, which I believe we got a glitch cutscene. There we go. I'm assuming we got a good glitch cutscene. I don't think I saw myself going back behind the door, the fighter I should say. So right at the start of the run, that is basically the only thing we're really looking at there. Of course, in the fighter category, that means that since we're playing New Game Plus, it means we have Ever Pursuit leveled up already. Ever Pursuit being a move that the fighter has from the start of the game, and this move is incredible for D&D heroes and for the fighter. It's one of the main reasons that he is the fastest time out of each of the heroes. Excuse me. So outside of the fact that we are a lot faster, the movement and whatnot is pretty much all the same at the start of the run. Of course, you won't see until a little bit later on. As you can see, there's a little bit of glitching going on with Elgato. I do run Elgato and OBS at the same time, or I run Elgato I run Elgato at the same time and have OBS running through Elgato Capture. So I think that's what's causing my issues. So I'm going to have to pick between one or the other and see if I can make sure that I can still hear the audio. Anyway, usually here we would stop, spawn in. We would have already set up and be preparing to spawn in 3 other characters and do a particular shot, but we've got all the potions we need. We have plus 200 to our intelligence stat, which means, if you haven't already noticed, we use like next to no willpower in this game. As you can see, that I'm using barely any of my mystical will. So the main thing is just to get through each area as fast as we can. The major difference at the start of the run here, as you can see by the splits, excuse me, is that there's no bullet skip. It's just simply faster to run up to bullet, set it up, and then beat the crap out of it. Seeing a bit of screen tear there. That may just be from the game. This game's a bit funky to begin with, and then on Xbox 360 it's even more funky. Might see Michael Jackson here. If we're lucky, yeah, the screen tear happened right then, so I can't tell. Usually one of the hobgoblins will just slide along the floor there, so I refer to it as Michael Jackson. So yeah, this is pretty much all the same at the start here. Easy as. As you can see, some of the syncing going on there. I think part of the issue as well is that my PC is getting a bit old, so OBS will run up to like into the 90% on the CPU. If it gets too close to 100, of course, you're gonna start seeing some problems. So yeah, that's just how it is. So just gonna run through here normally. I'd sidestep there, but you don't really need to. I've sort of realized that recently. You don't really need to sidestep past that fireball. And the Unforgiven here is pretty much the same. You can potentially, well, not potentially, but you can just door hop to get past this area, but then you won't have the Unforgiven that's pinned behind this trap, behind the pillar of fire. You won't be able to hand that to Vasic, who will give you the key to get through a gate later on. And again, you can door hop to get over that gate, but it's just a lot longer. Usually there we would sell all but one of our throwing knives. Every character, when you spawn in a new hero, they get 20 throwing knives and a fiery oil. Usually we'd sell both those and all but one of the throwing knives, and keep the last throwing knife for that particular set of barrels. And you can see here there's some syncing issues once again. So I have reason to believe that this just comes from me streaming on an older PC. It's not like a super high tier PC anyway, but it's was at least at the time pretty solid. Oh my goodness, that's quite bad. Also, I should probably explain why I'm commentating. So when I did this stream, and this was done live on stream, be sure to subscribe if you want to see those. Also hit like if you enjoy this gameplay so far. But I forgot to hit the unmute button on OBS specifically. Like, my mic was unmuted and I was just sitting there yapping. But on OBS it was muted, so... sorry, my mic was unmuted. I use a Blue Yeti, and it was unmuted on the mic, but on OBS it was muted. So, good job, me. That's four speedruns that are contained in this one video. Not in this video on YouTube, but the video I'm watching. None of them have commentary. I'm sitting there yapping to the... what's kind of upsetting a little bit is that this is my best stream so far. I had like an average of 8 viewers on the stream, and I thought I was like chatting and explaining things to people, and yeah, no one's there. So, well, no one, not that no one was there, sorry, no one could hear me, of course. Here's the bullet fight. As you can see, once, like I said, we don't bother doing the bullet skit. As you can see there, we did like 641 damage with a crit, like just destroyed the bullet. And we're ahead at the start. These splits from a previous 80% New Game Plus run where I messed up and I started at level 8. Not a huge deal, but I've already set the ruling for myself as that we start at level 9, because when you finish the game after doing an 80%, for example, an 80% New Game run, you will be at level 9. Once you defeat Caden at the end of the game, you'll be level 9. So that's how we go by that on that's how we set it up. The potion's just there because stuff it, you might as well just have potions. You don't really need them, but screw up. And of course, the moves are set up from what we had at the end of the other run. Got a nice little troll cutscene skip there. I've been getting really good at that recently. So you don't have to go completely along the top of and follow the little zigzag there. You can kind of just cut through it as long as you stay at the top of that area. You won't hit the cutscene. Other than that, the swamps is just moving from point A to point B, so there's nothing much going on here. We've got a little cutscene here we've got to skip. Which thankfully it is skippable, so we just run through it. And now we're at Castle Bale. And this is where things become a little bit more normal. So in the 80% run and in this, once we hit Castle Bale, we've got 3 door hops in a row to get into the Dev Gem area. It's like the last planar gem area of the game. And this is where things can get particularly a little bit sticky, a little bit... I think this is where things can slow down and where the run can potentially die, at least for the first point in the run. Door hopping, whilst it does have some consistency to it, it can just screw you over with the not RNG but just randomness of the spawns. So as you can see there, you can just keep doing that over and over and over again, like that. And I do believe I actually end up a little bit behind, or maybe I don't. I don't entirely remember. I might be misremembering this run. The main gist of this door hop is that you just treat it like you're trying to walk on a tightrope. You want to go straight as possible. So that's really good. We'll see what this last spawn gives us. You go off to the side, any way, shape, or form. That's the game, by the way. It's just like, see, that's no good. If we try and drop down after that, we will, that's obviously going back over. But the other one, if we try to drop down, we'll end up on basically rimming the outside area we want to be. That's where we want to be. We want to be on the staircase. If we go too far left or right, as you can see, I'm half a second behind. If we go too far left or right, we will basically do a rim job on that doorway. And unfortunately, the trigger doesn't extend above that doorway. It doesn't extend up past the top of the doorway. And unfortunately, it's not like that one Halo 2 level. You have to actually get into the doorway. So yeah, that was the first door hop of the run. As you can see, it's already a little dicey. That door hop's usually not too bad. You can get stuck there, but it's not too hard to get out. It's not like a soft lock or anything. This door hop here is a lot harder because you have to be far more precise. That first spawn there, that's usually not too bad. And as you can see, this is where things get dicey. So I think looking back on a lot of my recent runs, I think the reason why I get stuck here is because I spawn too close to the doorway. So the game has no choice but to spawn me sort of backwards or left and right. What we want to try and do here is we want to spawn up literally physically on top of the door. And you'll be able to see, as soon as I hit it, you'll be able to see what I mean. So we get stuck here, decide to drop back down, try and take my chances with a different spawn. We spawn right next to ourselves. No good. Excuse me, no good. And you can see things are just going south now. Player 1, I think, yeah, just say, screw it, go here with that. That is not quite there, I believe. I think we end up taking it and getting it. No, we don't get lucky with that one, I think. I think we just say, I just say screw it and go ahead with this because things are going so poorly. I should have just dropped back down, used... Okay. So I should have just gone straight back down and there we go, that's basically what we want. They're still not quite in the right spot, so this could still be finicky. But you'll see here, thankfully we're still somehow ahead. And I think we end up being a little bit ahead. So I'm kind of in the doorway there now. Yeah, go back up. And I think I'm able to... Finally, very soon, I'm able to get the right door hop. But yeah, this door hop is a run killer. As you see here, this is what I should have done before. I should have dropped down, used Warcry to try and reposition some of the enemies so I could get better spawns. And unfortunately, it's not working for me here. So I get up where I want to go, at least for the first spawn, which again, this is not too hard. And there we go. As you see, I'm literally physically up on the doorway. It kind of looks like I'm a little bit ahead of it, or a little bit past it, but we're not actually. So we need one more spawn, and then we drop down. So yeah, that in any other run, if I were to sit down and do that like after this commentary, and that happened, that would be run dead. So already just with that, there's a lot of time to save on the run. And the very first run I did, I accidentally went main menued. Thankfully, I didn't finish the run because I was level 8 and it would have been illegitimate anyway. But I had a chance to get like a 29-minute run, so there's still a lot of time saved to be had in this run. Anyway, as the second out of the third door hops, revolving around Castle Bale. This one can be a little finicky as well. It's not that hard, it's just annoying. Once we finish this door hop, we will get a short break from door hopping. You see there, I'm just running around trying to realign the spawn to get the player 2 to spawn on top of me. There we go. Basically, you want to try, in most scenarios, you want to try and get as close to the door as you possibly can. You just want to be basically rubbing up against the door. There we go. Once we got it, we were on our way. I think we saved a couple seconds. Yeah, we saved 7 seconds here. That split was a little early, but it doesn't really matter too much. So like I said, we're in the lower graveyard now of the Bone Necropolis. And we're just going to hit a bunch of levers here. There's nothing too special about this. Oh my goodness, that is some major lag, jeez. And that, again, will just be thanks to my computer being a little bit old. Not being able to handle streaming so well. I gotta be careful how much I'm running, how many things I'm running and whatnot whilst I'm streaming. And, yeah, oh my goodness, it's popping up there again. So yeah, that's all this area is. It's just hitting a bunch of levers. So we're going to hit these, finish in these levers, then we're just going to leave. And in the next area, the upper graveyard, we go back to door hopping. Door hopping is, in essence, as you've already seen, is a double-edged sword. We have been able to skip, I want to say, probably 2/3 of the game. I'm not 100% certain about that, but we have just, even up to this point, we have skipped a massive chunk of the game. And that's just how good door hopping can be for you, but also door hopping can also be a massive pain in the ass because, you know, it's only meant to be spawning up in the air and the spawning can be a bit random. So here we just run straight to the end of the area and we door hop to get into the Bone Temple. Normally you would have to grab, that was a little weird, that might have been another slowdown. Usually you would have to grab a few items involving, you have to grab a life and death globe to bring to that statue that's there by us. And you would have to, then the store would be unlocked. Okay, this is looking alright. I don't think this quite works out for me here. Not straight away, at least. The spawn can be very, very finicky. Ideally, you want to be in the center of the doorway below, or just the front of the door below, center on it. Go straight up and straight forward. Recently, I've been going off to each side because I get it just a little bit closer. And as you can see here, we're struggling just a little bit, so I have to reline up, try and get on the, try and get in front of the door. I bring up the Xbox dashboard accidentally. You see, I'm trying to wait here and see if I can manipulate the spawns of the skeletons. And again, this is another point where there's so much time saved to be had. This door hop can take like 20 seconds. Once you specifically get to the door, it can, if you get a really good door hop, it can take like 20 seconds. So I hesitated there, which was just because I was like, I don't 100%, excuse me, trust this spot yet. Might actually end up losing a little bit more time here. No, there we go. Once again, split a little early. Split a little early, not spit. I probably would have been fuming here, just because I'm running against an actual set of times, an actual set of splits, I should say. And by the way, that is not the end of the door hopping. That's actually the first door hop of a gauntlet here. So we got 4 door hops back to back to back to back. One to get into the bone temple, one to get over this gate. And then pretty much right in front of this gate, there's going to be another door. And we hop over that. Oh, and we get unlucky, real unlucky there. Yeah, so the skeletons, there's a certain set of skeletons that can cast fireball on you. And yeah, that's what happened there basically, is they cast fireball on me. And they can still hit you while you're up in the air. A lot of enemies won't be able to hit you when they're you're up in the air. But like archers and that, yeah, they're just really painful to deal with. You can see I'm getting stuck there. So yeah, I got stuck on the pillar, and that just had to do with the enemies surrounding the pillar. You want to be very, very quick on that particular door hop, just because, as you can see, the enemies are surrounding you, and it makes spawning up and over and back down very difficult. This one goes a lot better. We're able to get the spawn set up nice and quick. This is how this one usually goes. I don't usually get like a perfect door hop here. Usually there's something that's going on here. But see, once you go forward a bit, after getting up into that particular spot up in the air, you're all good. You can just move on. And this one is really weird. So that one I should not have taken, because that was sitting me way off to the side. And I pretty much realized straight away. So this door hop can be quite unique. So that's a decent spot. So we'll change spawns here. And then we want to spawn basically back over the top of the doorway, so we can drop down. Oh, we almost got knocked in there. But I think that, yeah, that one's all good. So that's what we want. So we can drop down, hit the trigger, and as you can see there, we saved a lot of time. That bone temple can go very wrong very easily, just right at the end there. You've got a gauntlet, and right at the end of the gauntlet, you've got a really unforgiving door hop there, which once again, the enemies can manipulate the spawns below you, just by hanging around you and by squeezing you in. In that particular door hop, if a fireball skeleton, which as you can see there, if one of those skeletons shoots a fireball at you and it hits you and you get knocked down to the ground, assuming you don't die, you can hit the trigger that way. It happens very rarely though, very rarely. I find more often than not, the skeletons will just decide to walk up and stare at you. These guys have a ranged attack that they can hit you with. And we got stuck there for a second. By the Ocelot. I think that's the only really bad stoppage we have on the bone bridge here. And yeah, bone bridge is pretty much the same every time. Just sort of navigating enemies. The main threat are the Ocelots and the bone nuggers. I'm not trying to say a slur there. That is genuinely what they're called. And the bone nuggers or bone worms. That bony worm that you saw back earlier. They have a like laser eye sort of attack, or laser breath I should say. They have that sort of attack which can slow you down, and we want to avoid that at all costs. And yeah, Ocelots are just annoying. They're not like a huge threat in terms of damage, but they're just an annoyance. They're a major nuisance here. Anyway, that's pretty much the bone bridge done. We're getting a bit more slowdown because again my PC just cannot handle streaming. And not too bad. We only lost 0.2 seconds, so not too bad at Bone Bridge. The glitch here is pretty simple, same as the bullet skip. We no longer skip the lich in New Game Plus. And the reason's pretty simple. Once again, we just go up and beat the crap out of the lich, and including its guardian here. It's Blood Golem Guardian. Just smack it a few times, run on through. And with the lich, I think here I run too far forward, and I trigger the lich to start doing things a little early. Yeah, so the lich, unfortunately we weren't able to go for a one cycle on the lich, because you have a short space of time before the lich armors up and summons those skeletons in that you can attack. There we go. So this fight would have gone a bit annoying. Again, we lost Frenzy, which is one of the moves that we keep from the new game save. And I beat the lich here just because we don't take that. We don't take enough damage for it to be a threat. It's just annoying. So there's a lot of time to be saved there. So yeah, usually we would do a door hop to get into the lich boss fight there, into the arena, and then we do a door hop to get over a barrier, to get past the barrier at the in the back of the room there. But yeah, New Game Plus, we are just overpowered, so we just go up, run up and beat the crap out of it. And the lich in particular, with all the other characters, we have ranged attacks that we can use. The fighter is reliant on throwing items. So I'm just gotta be quick enough. Excuse me. Just gotta be quick enough at the start of the fight there to run in quickly, get as much damage as we can in, and then just, you know, wait and see what happens. None of the other characters have this issue. They all have ranged attacks, and the lich boss fight, the way it works is that you can enter the boss fight area. If you just stand at the edge of the area, the lich won't attack you, but he's fully loaded in, and you can just shoot and throw stuff at him and he'll die. Very easy boss fight. Always cautious running through here, because right here the game can just crash. This game, the Xbox 360 emulation for this game is very finicky, so I don't think I ever had this issue on the Xbox original, especially not on the ZEMU emulator. I've never had an issue of crashing here. And the Shadow Keep here is very much the same as it is in the new game runs. We're just going to run straight to a particular gate. We're going to door hop over that gate, and then we're going to leave the area. As usual, there's not too much to worry about here. Obviously, just getting blocked is the main problem. And we're super overpowered, having plus 200 on our stats, so nothing here is a natural threat to us. And I think this is one of the runs where funnily enough, I see a guy start running into a doorway, and then I glitch out the game there. Hopefully that fixed it. No, it didn't. So I fixed it, but as you can see, for some reason the difficulty is set to normal there. It shouldn't be, because I didn't press A or press start to save my settings on it. So I do it there, and then I just pop back out quickly, and it's set back to easy. And you're going to see here, there's one guy on the left that has just decided he loves the wall. And so he's just going to run into it forever. This is also, for anyone wondering, this is where I accidentally ended my run when I was potentially going to get a 29-minute run. And thankfully it did get ended because I had not set up properly. Yeah, the fighter is, as I said, the fastest of all the characters. Avid Pursuit 2 is just that strong. The only one that contends is the cleric. I think the fighter has better moves than the cleric. Frenzy just works so well for the fighter. And then if I have it set up, which I don't think I did in this run, but should have enough experience to fully level up improved critical if I haven't already to start the run. And then there's also Wield Longsword, which That's what we're wielding right now, is a longsword. There's that, and I believe there is either in or out of strength. Both of those are moves, I just can't remember which one. But that increases the amount of damage your melee attacks do. So the fighter has a lot going for him. Also here, usually we take a left and go into a secret area, which is the final secret area of the game. It's where you would find the last soul shard, as well as an item called Elixir of Elixirs. So of course, we already have that plus 200 stat line, so we don't need to grab the elixir. Also, having Avid Pursuit too here just like makes this area so much easier to deal with. Those Mind Flayers, the Gargoyles are really annoying at this point. Well, at this point now you have plus 200 on all your stats, so they're not as bad. But the Gargoyles can be a right pain in the ass, and the Mind Flayers have a bunch of different moves. You get too close, they'll try and sort of like do like a biting attack on you. Usually these guys, they'll first summon in a couple of enemies, but they can also use a move that grabs you and holds you in place and slows you down. Which we're basically, the entire time we're running through here, we're hoping that they don't do that. So we are coming up at the end of the area here, and we're entering the Bibelith mini-boss fight. It's one of many mini-bosses. Bibelith, you don't have to beat it here, but it's so much faster than trying to skip it. You can actually door hop to get past that barrier, hit the trigger to leave the area, but that was before I had the Elixir of Elixirs strat going. Unfortunately, I had the wrong move set up there, so I walk ride instead of frenzying. We set that up nice and easy, and beat up the Bibelith and left the area. Fortunately, we lost 4 seconds, but that's just how it goes sometimes. The Bibelith can be really finicky. The main thing you want to see is you want to see the Bibelith doing anything but a normal attack. The normal attack will slow you down. It has like a quick little pincer, several attacks where it bites you several times. That's okay, you just take a bunch of damage. There's that one where it shoots a web at you that you saw. And that one we do want to see. Okay, so we just go through here. We got Frenzy fully leveled up. We don't have an improved critical fully leveled up yet. We fully leveled up the Wield Longsword. For some reason, I did not touch improved critical. Very, very silly of me. So, I'm going to have to do that in the next run. And ideally, I would do this before I even get to, when I get to Castle Bale. When I get to that skip first door hop, ideally I would do all my level ups because we have heaps of level up points. I would do all my, set everything up there, and that would make all the fights after that a lot easier, a lot faster I should say. Here's Caden 1, nothing too much going on here. He will charge and just charge into you over and over again. And he'll swing his sword a couple times and whatnot, but again, we're overpowered, so we just whack the crap out of excuse me, we hit the crap out of him. Same thing in the next fight. The in-game here is fairly quick. The main thing is just trying to avoid enemies. Caden 2 is a lot easier than Caden 1. For some reason, and I don't know again if it's just like an Xbox 360 emulation thing, but for some reason, and you'll see here, in the second Caden fight here, for some reason, when the Caden will look at you and point at you and tell you like you're gonna suffer or something like that. I won't be defeated here, you will suffer or something like that. So we cast Frenzy here because they're short. Here we go. Short cutscene, Frenzy lasts through the cutscene, so we don't have to cast it in the fight. But Caden's looking at us and pointing at us and all that, and then he's facing the wrong way. So I don't know if that's just a bad design choice or something. I don't remember it being in the Xbox original version. Maybe it's just an Xbox 360 emulation thing. But for some reason, Caden's facing the wrong way. So yeah, that's Caden 2 done. Very easy. Main thing is just getting in and out of that fight. Not too difficult. This Oslith at the end here can be a pain in the bum. But thankfully the Gargoyles did not react to us. If the Gargoyles hit you there, it's very easy to get blocked. Very easy. The Oslith will spawn in little mini versions of itself, basically spawn in its children, and then it'll cast Cold Circle on you. And it will that will block you. You can get past it kind of with animation cancelling whilst you're getting damaged, but it's a real pain in the ass to get to have to deal with. Usually you end up getting blocked, so you have to kill a few enemies. Anyway, final fight time here. And yeah, we're already plus 200 stats. Regardless, new game plus, new game or new game plus, this fight is pathetically easy. You are just, as the fighter, you're just going to stand there and swing your sword at him with a fully leveled up Frenzy. As you see here, we're already going through 3 phases of Caden's fight, and we've only used 1 Frenzy. I believe here is where I have to reset it. Thankfully, Caden does not use a little throw move. It's like basically like throwing a snowball sort of thing. It's not a huge deal in terms of damage, it just keeps knocking you back. And here I get a bit stuck, I'm focused on spamming attacks. So, yeah, this fight is a little bit slower. And we only lost 1.4 seconds, so there's 34:24.180. Not too bad. We have a lot of time to save here. At least a good minute, even maybe a couple minutes. I don't entirely know. But I know for a fact that a 29 is possible here. If you enjoyed this, be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe. Like I said at the start of the run, these are streamed live. So be sure, again, to subscribe and look out for the streams, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I don't know exactly when this video is going to come out, but when I'm expecting it to come out, it probably will be during a work week. So I will not be live. But for a month at a time, I'm live. For 2 weeks, I'm not live. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, probably like the week after this video comes out, that's when I'll be live. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.